What's up, YouTube? We're back at Blitz Games here with some more Lorcana action, playing on Pixelborn. We are running this deck that I like to call Ramp Bounce Draw today. It is blue and purple. So what we have is 3 copies of Cruella, Grammatala, 4 copies of Judy Hopps, 4 Mickey Mouse, 3 McDuck Manor, 2 Cogsworth, 1 Hades, which I'll explain in a bit. We have 4 Chernobog's Followers, 4 Rafikis, Madam Mim the Snake, Friends on the Other Side, Madam Mim Fox, 3 Merlin the Crab, 3 Genies, 4 Merlin the Goat, 3 Merlin Rabbits, 3 Queen Castles, and 4 Yzmas. Now the reason I only have 2 Cogsworths and 1 Hades is there were 4 copies of both in the deck, as well as the Queen's Castle, so if you'd like to make those changes, if you're copying the deck, feel free. What I did was took those out and I added in the 3 copies of the Genie and 3 copies of Merlin Crab. I did that because I wanted to build this deck in real life, and I only have 1 Hades and 2 Cogsworths and 3 Queen's Castles. So that's the reason that those changes were made. So I wanted to test it out how it would be, and it's done quite well thus far. So the whole point of the deck is in the name, really. So we're going to be ramping quickly with Mickey Mouse and Grammatala as much as we can. Then we're going to go ahead and draw as many cards as we can, keep our hand full. We have the Queen's Castle, we have Merlin the Rabbit, we have Genie, we have Friends on the Other Side, and Chernobog's Followers, all that can draw cards. And the plan is to keep pressure on our opponents. Now we did have something else in addition, or besides Judy Hopps rather, but I put Judy Hopps in as the decks that have been giving me the most problems have been decks with items in them. So particularly red or blue, or the combination of the two, so that way we can have some item removal and take care of those as best as that we can. So let's go ahead, we can jump into some games, and as usual, I know you've heard it a million times, but please like and subscribe. It really does help me out here on the channel. And if there's anything else that you'd like to see, or maybe something I did wrong, something you do better, please go ahead and drop it down in the comments below. So we are rolling against blue and gray first. Alright, we don't have any ramp in our hand, unfortunately. We only need 1 of these Chernobog Followers. We do have 1, 2, 3 going on, which isn't too bad. We'll keep the Rabbit. We'll drop the McDuck Manor. Maybe we can go ahead and draw a Mickey Mouse or Grammatala. That works too. So now we can go ahead. Unfortunately, we have 2 uninkables now over here. So we have two plays. So let's go ahead and ink that Cruella de Vil and play down Chernobog's Followers. The blue and gray Tamatoa looks like it is an item deck, or at least has some items within it. So if we do end up with a Judy Hopps, we'll want to hold on to that. We don't need this Chernobog's Followers, and we'll go ahead and get out our Grammatala. Try to ramp. Quest with Chernobog's Followers, and we'll just leave him out there for now. If he wants to trade with Captain Hook, I'm okay with that. My guess is he'll probably save Captain Hook. That way he can take out Grammatala when I quest with her. But we'll see. Now comes the Popsicle, the first of the items. And he does decide to trade. Unfortunately, our only 3-drop is something that needs to return something to our hand. So we'll have to do that. Bring Grammatala back to the hand. So it looks like we won't get to ramp like we wanted to. At least not yet. Alright, Fishbone Quill. That would be a perfect target for Judy Hopps. If we had one, maybe we'll draw one. We'll be able to draw 3 cards this turn. No Judy Hopps. Alright, we don't really need Grammatala. Go ahead and drop that off. We will drop in Merlin Rabbit, that way we can draw. He will be able to ramp faster than we can, especially not with Mama Odie. Alright, now we get our ramp card. A little late for that, but I guess it's okay. Alright, we can quest pretty safely with these guys. We ink that. Let's go ahead and ramp. And then we can drop in Madam Mim. Bring back our rabbit to draw another card. Again, we want to keep our hand as full as we can. Now these decks tend to be weak against locations. So that's something to keep in mind. Along came Zeus. They're able to take out the Fox, which does let them ramp even quicker. They're down to one card in their hand, though. So we can go ahead and quest pretty safely here. And then I would like to get down that location. This math doesn't math too well, unfortunately. So what we'll do instead is just drop Yzma. Get rid of our own Mickey Mouse so that we can draw a couple more cards. Go ahead and ink Rafiki. Pass the turn. Really hoping to draw something inkable next turn. Alright, they have a Tinkerbell. Got rid of the Rise of the Titans, which is perfect. That destroys an item. Or an item or a location, and since we have two locations in our hand, we did get something inkable, but not something that I want to ink, unfortunately. Alright, so what we can do instead is drop in a rabbit, get something else that's inkable, and go ahead and drop a location. Now I will not quest this turn. That Tinkerbell is a little too scary for me. Now what we can do, we did get the Fox, which is helpful. So we can drop in Cogsworth. And we want to take out that Tinkerbell. It does 4 damage. Unfortunately, Yzma's not full health. And we don't have a crab. We'll get rid of this Madam Mim. Quest with these guys. Then we can drop in our Fox. Again, return the rabbit to our hand. Draw a card. Now I would love to ink something, but I'm not going to ink McDuck Manor. They are no cards in hand. So they're going to be top decking. They did top deck Cinderella, which is nice for them. Not for us. We are up to 13, which is good. We can go ahead and drop in another McDuck Manor, keep the pressure on, as well as quest with Yzma, and we can quest with Cogsworth. That's up to 17, so now he's going to have to take care of pretty much everything in order to stay in the game. And then we'll drop Genie out there, something that has a lot of health. Going to have to top deck something pretty good if he wants to stay in the game. Alright, Flaversham does give him 2 more opportunities. And there we go. They resigned. That's game. All right, let's get into another game. Again, if you haven't already, if you made it this far and you haven't liked the video, please go ahead and give it a like, thumbs up, a subscribe, whatever you want to do. Alright, our second game, we are going against Ruby Amethyst, so purple and red. Again, a lot of red decks now. They'll run some items, especially Maui's fish hook you'll see a lot. Alright, we have way too many uninkables, way too many big costed things. So we will hold on to the Judy Hops, but we'll clear out the rest of this stuff in hopes of some cheaper stuff. Some ramp cards, something. Alright, we did get a 1. A 2 would be nice. Not yet. We are going second though, so we do have one more chance. Alright, there's a ramp. We will ink. Oh yeah, let's ink Goat. Get out our Rafiki, which can take care of Minnie Mouse. Unless they have... blanking on the name, but the card that does 2 damage to his creature and 2 damage to mine. Teeth and Ambitions, that's it. Must be a tough decision. Alright, inking that card. There you go, Teeth and Ambitions. That gets rid of Rafiki. And unfortunately, we don't have a 2-drop. Still don't have a 2-drop. We will just have to pass the turn. We're off to a quick 2-0 lead. Here comes Fox, which we have 3 of in our hand. We'll get rid of one of them. That way we can go ahead and get our ramp. Now if you don't know what ramp means, that's getting us an extra ink into our inkwell that we're usually unable to get without something helping us out. Alright, so they have a Merlin the Rabbit. They have a lot of similar cards to us. Now we can go ahead and... ooh, tough decision here for me. Let's get rid of one of these Queen's Castles. Would like to get Cogsworth out first. I will not quest with Mickey though, as Fox can still take him out in one hit. And another rabbit. Would like to take out at least one of those rabbits. Let's go ahead and again another tough decision here. Get rid of Judy Hops. I don't want to get rid of another Fox. We'll quest with Mickey before we bring him back to the hand. Then we can take out that rabbit. Only take 1 damage. They're able to draw another card. But we can go ahead and get another Mickey out. Ramp up to 7. I will not quest with Cogsworth. Cogsworth's too important for that, especially with something like Fox on the board, and especially with 2 colors that have a lot of rush cards. Just like that. They're able to draw another card. I assume they're going to take out my fox with their fox. Maybe. Fish hook. There's the trade. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'd rather not ink that, but I do want to get down a castle, as well as a genie, give them a couple things to focus on. Hopefully they focus on the Queen's Castle and not the Genie. Oh, they might. They're going to focus on the Genie. Really wanted to draw those cards, but it's okay. Puts us in a bit of a predicament here. We don't have much to work with left. Just Cogsworth. If they have a Maui in their hand, that'd be one shot for the Queen's Castle. Right, we did get Yzma. See what we can draw with that. Okay, that actually does help us out, as we can go ahead and take out their fox and then protect Cogsworth, bringing him back. Put both of these guys on the Queen's Castle since we have nothing else to play. And pass. There's a high likelihood he does have a Maui in his hand he's about to play, at least in my opinion. No, guess not. Oh, but they do have a crab, which lets them take out Queen's Castle. Really was hoping they couldn't do that, but what you gonna do? All right, we really need to draw some cards, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Yzma to do that. We'll bring back Rabbit. That lets us draw 2, and then an additional for the Rabbit. Drop Grammatala. Pass. Having double Cogsworth in our hand can help us out. It'd be nice to have a crab or something like that, as he does. Grammatala could use a boost, take something out. Alright, they're keeping their hand full. Alright, so we can drop our Cogsworth down. That way we can take out Madame Medusa without Yzma being taken out. Bring Yzma back to our hand. That way she's protected. Not afraid of anything else on the board for Snake. We'll ink that. And we might as well quest with Grandma Tala too. If he wants to take out Grandma Tala, that's okay with me. He does have quite the card advantage right now, which isn't great, but see what happens. Also likely has a Be Prepared in there. We have to be careful not to drop too heavy onto the board. Alright, Madame Medusa is going to get rid of one of our snakes. Alright, so we can go ahead and take snake, take out crab, and then use our snake to draw some more cards. Would be nice to get our other Cogsworth out there, but I also want to keep our hand nice and full, so we'll go ahead and draw another card. And we'll just pass. I know we could use Cogsworth there, but rather hold on to him for at least for another turn. He is able to quest for 4, which would be up to 14. Some locations would have been nice, but we haven't been able to draw many yet. I know there's only 6 in the deck, but there's a Maleficent. That's going to be tough to deal with. Alright, we're definitely going to have to use Cogsworth this next turn. Alright. So what we can do is use crab. Go ahead and take out Madame Medusa. And then we can use Yzma. We need to slow him down somehow. So we'll get rid of Maleficent. And then we can use Cogsworth to take out the rabbit. Go ahead and ink one of those friends. That's all we can do for now. We had to we had to slow them down. They're able to quest for 3. Not looking great for us. Oh, Be Prepared. That puts them up to 19. Alright, we got to drop what we can. There's a decent chance they have another Be Prepared in their hand, but got to do what you got to do. There's another goat for the win. Fortunately, we got off to a little too slow of a start there. Didn't take the cake. Alright, that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, again, like, subscribe. I know you've heard it a million times, but please do. It helps the channel. And we'll see you again next time.